Hi everyone, morning. Welcome to another session of Market Snapshot. This is Robert Bogo, your markets educator. Today is an interesting day due to CPI, and basically every trader wants to see how this number will comes out because it's a key indicator as to how the Fed will react to this number. Remember, one of the goal of the Fed is to rein in on inflation, right? Most central banks, their goal is to have inflation at under 2%, right? So, uh, welcome everyone who's joining in. Remember, as a trader, the first thing you need to do is that when you wake up, right, make sure that you've opened your economic calendar. Forex Factory, we have my FX book, we have investing.com. Get to see the red folders. In this case, what we can see on my chart here, right? The core CPI. So we're interested to see how this number plays out because as you can see, the forecast, there's an expectation that the core CPI, what's the core CPI? So the core CPI is the change in prices of goods and services, excluding food and energy, right? Remember, food and energy are quite volatile, right? Due to weather conditions. For food, like for example, what we've seen, the prices of coffee have been bullish because of weather conditions in Brazil and Vietnam, right? That have affected the supply. Energy wars, this could affect, so there could be, or even oversupply, geopolitics, if one country is affected by sanctions, and so there's a gap. So these ones are quite volatile. So that's why most traders will tend to look at the core CPI, right? So what does it say? So if the number comes out higher than expected, it's good for the dollar. Why? So uh, the forecast by traders is that it will be 0.3%. So if this number comes out higher than this, 0.4, 0.5, the dollar will strengthen. Why? It's the anticipation that the Fed could freeze rate cuts and even look at probably raising the interest rates, right? And so an increase in interest rates is good for the dollar. However, we've seen Trump is pro weakening the dollar because he wants the US to be the manufacturing base, and so he's looking at a weak dollar so that exports from the US are cheaper and are able to compete with China and all these other countries, right? So a lot is at play. So we will see how the Fed balance that. Good thing is that later we also have Fed Chair Powell testifying. Fed Chair, we all know, maybe some of us have seen those memes, right? Where Fed Powell is about to speak when he enters the room, and the moment he opens his mouth, boom, all of a sudden charts are moving left, right, and center. So that tells you the impact of this central bank governor, in this case the Fed, right? So the other CPI, these are the one month on month. Now this one includes everything, right? The core CPI excludes food and energy. However, this one includes everything. So this is where you can see consumer prices account for a majority of overall inflation. Inflation is important to currency valuation because rising prices lead to central bank to raise interest rates out of respect for their inflation containment mandate. Remember, like I repeat again, the work of every central bank is to rein in on inflation, right? So that it's very dangerous to have inflation that is out of control. Today the price of bread is 70 bob. Tomorrow, a month from now, it's 80 bob, 90 bob. It leads to chaos, right? And so the expectation here also is that the number has actually reduced, this one, from the previous number. This is what traders are expecting. However, we will want to see which number will be announced as the actual number. So of course, if this number is higher than this, then we expect the strengthening of the dollar. Okay. If this number maintains, if all of these two numbers maintain 0.3, 0.3, the price, it will be priced in, so there won't be much of a change. Then there's also the CPI year on year. So this one expectation is that it will remain the same. However, if the number increases, right, 3.0%, you'll be surprised. Then the dollar strengthens. So a lot will play out during this news. And as traders, our work is to make sure that, one, you have a trading plan, right, that tells you when to enter, buy, or sell. right? Have that trading plan. Also, observe risk management. You want to be that trader that is able to trade tomorrow. Yeah, maybe you took a loss, right? Losses are part of the business, but then again, you have capital to trade when the next opportunity arises. So make sure that you have those in check. So with that, I think we don't have much coming in. Maybe there could be some moves when Paul will be speaking later. Because you see, he'll be addressing the House Financial Services Committee, right? So there'll be some questions later, and his reaction will also could lead to some volatility. So as traders, we just need to be wary, knowing that if you have a position opened, that you've used the right risk management parameters, right? The right lot size, a stop loss to protect your capital, and yeah, position sizing, that's more like it. There are guys who will probably do some hedging during news, but then again, hedging is not for everyone, right? So opportunities will be there. You just need to be on the lookout. Make sure you have a plan as to how to trade this data coming in. Now let's go to our charts and have a bit of technical view as to how the market will play out, maybe going into CPI or even later. So I'll be sharing my MT5. If you have any questions, please let me know. No, not this one. Awesome. So earlier yesterday, we were looking in our mentorship class, we were looking at sales on gold, right? Remember, we have a mentorship class that is purely for those guys who have knowledge on trading. And we were looking at two possible areas on gold where we could see a drop. It was around 11, so it was from around this area. So we were looking at sales on gold to this price level, and then maybe a bullish move, and then a possibility also of gold hitting this area, which is on the daily. There's another block on the daily. So what are we looking at moving forward? So let's just remove this one. So let's go to higher time frames and try and decipher where we are at. So I'll still be looking at those shorts on gold. So I'll still be looking at short opportunities on gold. Yeah. So this will be the analysis on gold. Still be looking at those cells to those two price levels. Yeah. GBP USD, what are we looking at? On GU, we were also looking for buys. So if we go to higher time frames, it's still bullish, still screaming buy. However, today's on Wednesday, so the weekly high has been sorted out. Yesterday's high is where there's a bit of some. If you look at how price is reacting to this yesterday's high, we can see some sellers trying to push the market down. Right, if you look at it from H1, you can see the wicks. You can even see a shooting star, and so it seems like sellers want to short GU. However, I will still want to see GU take a bullish move, maybe to this high, 24.87 before going short. So I'll still be bullish on GU to this high. Maybe when we get to this high is when I can look for short opportunities on GU. Let's look at the weekly. I'm just trying to map out areas where we could see some resistance. Yeah, so for now, I would still want to see GU go to that high. Audi USD, we can see some bit of resistance courtesy of the moving average. However, we can also see the weekly high acting, last week's high here acting as some form of resistance. So on this one, we will probably be looking for a bit of some shorts. However, I'm still bullish long term on AU to 64.53 on the weekly. But we will see some shorts, some few moves when we get to this order block, 63.50 before now hitting 64.53. So at this point in time, maybe I'll be looking at opportunities to short AU short term. However, I'm still bullish on it. I'm still looking for some buys on AU. Last month's high, maybe we can map out this area. 63.30. 63.30 is an area I would want to see AU hit fast. Let's look at Euro USD. Euro USD, we are still looking for buys. To this moving average. Uh, 0.428. So I'm still bullish on this one. That's Euro USD. Which is the other currency? GU, NZD USD. So this one, I will still want to look at a bullish move also to test the monthly high, which was the highest price in the month of April, which is this high. So I'll still want to see this high tested. Remember, we still have some gaps on Euro USD and NZD USD, right? This gap is yet to be closed. You can see that gap. So it was almost closed last week, but then market didn't really hit that area. So I'm still looking for that bullish move, and this downward move is an opportunity to buy an opportunity to buy NZD USD at a cheaper price. Buy low, sell high. So yeah, I'll still be looking at possible move to there. So buys to close that gap. That could play out today or even by end of this week probably. But I'm bullish on that one. The other one we are looking at is USD JPY. USD JPY, and let's go to higher time frames. So we can see USD JPY. I would want to see a bearish move right now. However, we still have a bullish move to play, right? So this is more of price coming to form a higher low, and then we go for the higher high. Yeah, so that's how I would want to trade USD JPY. So let me map out something here. So if USD JPY was to drop, then maybe from there I'll be looking for a bullish move. The other major is USD CAD. USD CAD, we need to go to higher time frames to have an understanding of where we are. You can see a strong bearish candle here. So I'll probably be looking at short opportunities on USD CAD. Yeah, probably I'll be looking for those short opportunities to that price level. However, maybe USD CAD needs to hit. I don't know if I can see another block somewhere around here, right? So maybe come to this candle over here, where there's also a moving average before pushing downwards. So I'll probably be looking for shorts for the next 220 pips from 43.10. 43.10 will probably act as a good resistance before pushing USD CAD down. So that's it. UT 100. Let's look at Nasdaq. Go to higher time frames to have a better understanding of where we are. So yeah, we're still bullish. We're still looking for buys. How the CPI plays out will also determine this move. So I'll still be looking at a test of last week's high as a possible area that Nasdaq will go to. But if Nasdaq was to test an area which is yesterday's low, it will be a good one. because I'll be looking at opportunities to buy low, right? So maybe if you were to see Nasdaq drop to yesterday's low and then push up, that will be a good move. Yeah, so that's what I would want to see play out as we move into New York session, where we'll be having the CPI news data coming out. Yeah, so everything is there. We've covered gold, GBP USD, AUD USD, Euro USD, NZD USD, USD JPY, USD CAD, and UT 100. Let's have a look at your questions. But I want to thank Kakamega Traders. We showed up at Golf Hotel. You were there in your numbers, more than 100 of you, and I'm sure you guys learned a lot. But hey, maybe is there anyone here from Kakamega? How was it? It will be interesting to hear whether you learned something from our team. Euro JPY, GBP JPY. Okay, let's have a look at that. Euro JPY, GBP JPY. So what? Anyone from Kakamega here? Anyone who attended our session? It was really good one. SMC. Okay. Anyone else? Awesome. Thank you for your feedback. Next town is Thika. Watu wa Thika mko wapi? Yeah. So that will be communicated via our social media handles. Look out for that. In the next few weeks, we'll have that updated. Maybe next month, most likely next month. Right. So let's have a look at the request, GJ and EJ. Oh, GJ and EJ. But they, looking at gold, maybe if you are before the short plays out, I'll probably want to see gold test a certain area I've identified somewhere. This one, this area over here, the Asian high. Those who've been attending our mentorship sessions, they understand what I'm saying. And if you're interested in joining the mentorship classes, join. In this video, there's somewhere where you can join classes. GJ, let's have a look at GJ. Where is GJ? It must be here. Wait, I have to add it. Oh, yeah, it was here, of course. Template. Yeah. So GJ, just like EJ, you can see how EJ is playing out, right? You can see even the candlestick patterns, right? I would want to see GJ hit this high over here because we're still bullish on GJ. However, we are about to form a higher low. So is it a higher? Yeah, it's a higher low. We are about to form a higher low on GJ. $191.95 on the daily is a possible target area. There's also this order block here, 192.32. Let's go to H4. So we could see GJ drop. So probably we could see a bearish move on GJ there, and then maybe from there we could see a bullish move to 191.95 and maybe 192.34. That's GJ. I'd also seen EJ. Look at how this. Remember, this is the yen. You can see this is the yen moving these pairs. You can see an almost similar pattern. So what are we looking at on EJ? $159.85. Looks like a possible area where EJ will be going to. $160.60. So just like the other ones, I would want to see a bearish move and then a bullish one. So if EJ was to test some of these levels, we could probably see a bearish push before a bullish move. Take profit one will be 159.85 and take profit two will be 160.60. So those are possible areas that we could see EJ go to. Yeah. Any other? Okay, so I think that's it. Thank you for your time. Hope tika tunaangoja. Yeah, most definitely. Sawa sawa. Thank you. Make sure to follow FX Pesa social media handles on X, IG, TikTok, Meta, Facebook, all over, and share your feedback. And we really appreciate. This is part of our support. Remember, this is purely educational analysis. But if you're interested in joining the beginners class or the mentorship class, please do so. Just this YouTube video, there's somewhere down there. Subscribe and follow FX Pesa on social media. You'll see all those handles. Follow this link to learn how to trade on the go. Right, every Monday. There's that FX Pesa morning. This is the mentorship class from 11 to 12. As we speak right now, there's a class that is ongoing, a mentorship class. And then every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, the same. This is a beginner's class, though. This is a beginner's class. So if you're a beginner or you just want to, brush off some things you might have missed, join the Monday to Thursday class. Okay. So, I think that's it. No question.